This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the Ministry of Interior is stepping up its efforts against drugs awareness, as His Highness Lieutenant General Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Deputy Prime Minister and UAE Minister of Interior, has instructed officials to intensify awareness efforts in schools. At a recent committee meeting, the Minister of Interior directed the Higher Committee for Combating Drugs to make children more aware of the dangers of drugs and drug addiction. He was quoted as saying that we must dry its sources in order to protect our society from potential tragedies, adding that the UAE government is ready to support the plans and programmes of the Higher Committee for Combating Drugs. The committee also discussed a proposal to integrate different plans into a national strategic anti-drug plan. And additionally, Major General Nasser Lakrabani Al-Nuaimi, the Secretary General of the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, stated that the UAE has made great progress in the field of child protection at the first meeting for liaison officers for child protection. The meeting discussed the guidelines of investigation procedures in regards to aggression and neglect cases against children. It also covered the training programs at the Child Protection Department at the Ministry of Interior. 3 programs will be distributed over 3 levels. The first one covers an introduction to child protection. The second one addresses the means of accomplishment. And the third tackles the planning and preparation to meet with child victims, investigation and mutual work. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has announced that Syrian child refugees identified by the organisation has already reached the 1 million mark. However, the actual number is much greater, according to the UNHCR. Inside Syria alone, there are an estimated 2 million displaced children. According to the UNHCR, children make up half of all refugees in Lebanon, Jordan, Turkey, Iraq and Egypt, and they are increasingly fleeing to North Africa and Europe. The latest figures show that around 740,000 are under the age of 11. In addition to the experience of physical upheaval, fear, stress and trauma, there are other threats that are a part of this human crisis, from early marriage to the potential for sexual exploitation and trafficking. More than 3,500 children in Jordan, Lebanon and Iraq have crossed Syria's borders, either unaccompanied or separated from their families.
Some of them working in a labor market and some of them being responsible for the families as households, as the majority of the families, no husbands, no men within the families. And it's really sad for us to see that children in childhood ages been working to get an income for their families. They're losing the innocence of their childhood and they're not practicing any kind of childhood anymore. And this increases a lot of social, economic problems for the refugees themselves.
More than $5 billion has been called for in order to address the Syrian crisis, with critical needs in education, healthcare and other services for children and child members of host communities. The Syria Regional Refugee Response Plan, which calls for $3 billion to address the needs of refugees until December this year, is currently only 38% funded at present.
Just do it and do it now, because Syrian refugee children need your assistance and need your help. When you have children, when they have toys and you're playing with them, providing them with love, security, remember, more than 1 million children don't have this kind of love, and they don't have this kind of stability, and they lost their toys back home. Help us to provide love and humanitarian assistance, and let us send them back to school, and let us provide health care to those children by helping us.
Over 30,000 Palestinians are waiting on an extension project to the only health centre in Shufat refugee camp in Jerusalem. The 7.7 million dirham project is being executed by the United Nations Relief and Works Agency under a generous donation from the UAE Red Crescent Authority. Kazim Khalaf, an advisor to the operations director at the UNRWA, stated that the existing 200 square metres centre will be expanded by 3,000 square metres and will have dental, maternity and gynaecology clinics, plus a fully equipped laboratory. Other facilities include an emergency ward and a clinic for male patients. Work on the four-storey centre will begin in October this year and is expected to be completed in the next 16 months. Dubai Islamic Bank has announced an agreement with the Mohammed bin Rashid housing establishment in order to assist UAE nationals with basic housing needs. The agreement was signed by Sami Abdullah Gargash, the CEO of the housing establishment, and Dr. Adnan Chilwan, the CEO of Dubai Islamic Bank. Under the partnership, the bank will offer UAE nationals financing of up to 100% of the property's value, ranging up to 2 million dirhams, with a tenure of up to 25 years, as well as attractive profit rates starting from 3.99% per year. Dr. Adnan Chilwan was quoted as saying that they are delighted to welcome Dubai Islamic Bank as a home finance partner, as they prepare to unveil housing alternatives under the programme and to make the dream of home ownership a reality for many UAE nationals. The Road and Transport Authority is working on a new exit to Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road that will ease traffic congestion for thousands of residents living in the Gardens, Discovery Gardens, Al Furjan and Maskin Al Furjan. Mayther bin Adi, the CEO of Traffic and Roads Corporation at the RTA, was quoted in a local daily as saying that the new road project is currently in the design stage, which will provide a connection from Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road to an interchange at Sheikh Zayed Road and to Discovery Gardens. For anyone looking for a new unique car number plate, the Road and Transport Authority will be having its 22nd online auction this Thursday. The three-day auction will have 300 numbers on offer, ranging from M, N, L, K and I categories. The acting director of the vehicle licensing at the RTA's licensing agency, Abdullah Abdul Rahman Al Ali, was quoted in a local daily as saying that he expects a large amount of the public to jump on board, as the online method gives bidders the full freedom to select the appropriate numbers without any trouble or delay. In order to take part, participants must register online or at a customer service centre and pay an insurance deposit of 5,000 dirhams, which is payable by credit card, cheque or cash, which will then be refunded at the end of the auction. And finally, looking to other news now, Dubai's Atlantis Hotel and Resort has ranked in the top 10 places in the world to propose. That's according to a UK luxury travel website. Destinology, a British Travel Award winner, has ranked the iconic hotel as the 7th best place to get down on one knee, and it describes the location as a unique spot for a wedding proposal, be it a romantic setup or extraordinary over-the-top experience. The site also recommends a number of settings on the resort's grounds, including Dolphin Bay and the underwater restaurant Oceano, where underwater divers can also assist with messages. The St. Anne Resort and Spa in the Seychelles came in as the #1 destination.